Welcome back to another episode of MotoGP Mac, and today we're going to talk about Marc Marquez and the update he shared on the recovery from his fourth operation. Now, Marc was very clear in this that he was hiding the injury and hiding the discomfort that he was suffering from everyone except his inner circle, because he didn't want to be answering questions every day about how is his arm, what is going on. And that's perfectly fine, fair enough, to be very, very honest. It would annoy me if I had to answer the same question over and over and over again. Now, he did also mention that the plan was that he was going to compete the full year with his arm the way it was, and in the off season look to see what exactly was going to happen with the structure of the bone in his arm. At the start of the season, it wasn't ready for the fourth operation, so that's why the plan was the end of the season. And to be fair, this season has been terrible for Honda. He hasn't got on with the bike. The bike needs an awful lot of sorting out. So when he got the call, or I would say there was a lot of talk going on about how was the structure of the bone, was it ready to have that fourth operation. When he got that call, can't really blame him for going for it straight away. You have to think of this guy was 1 week away from performing at the Catalan Grand Prix, his home Grand Prix realistically, and he chose to go to America. So I think he was doing it more so out of necessity rather than that he wanted to do it. Do you know what I mean? The bike is so bad, it created the perfect window, in my opinion, that he could go for the operation. Now there is talk of him coming back for the September's Misano tests, and I do genuinely think he will be back just for the tests, and that's where I hope it stops, to be very, very honest. It is very clear that this guy needs some recovery time, and rushing back is not always the best option. Now, problem here is probably going to be Pooch. Paul Espargaro is on his way out the door, and I think there's going to be a cleared house in Honda, if I'm very, very honest. I think Nakagami will go, Rins will go to LCR, and Mir will go to the other seat in Repsol. So there's going to be all new riders on the bike next year. Two of those riders will have a lot of experience in MotoGP along with Marc, so I think it'll be very interesting to see how things go, and it looks very positive in terms of their 2022 development, is that they will have good heads on that bike. But I do think Honda are only using the time right now to start testing components that they're going to be using next year. Now, they can't test the engine and stuff like that, that's fair enough, but they're free to change the chassis around, etc., and that's what they have been doing. So I think when Marc comes back, I think what his main purpose is going to be is to test the new bike and to give his feeling and feedback back on it, and therefore then they'll see exactly how he runs and how he's feeling. Like, for me, I hope that he doesn't ride again till towards the very end of the season, maybe the last 2 Grand Prix or something like that, just to get the fitness and the eye in for again the test at the end of the season. But the sport does miss him in the way of the old Marc Marquez battling at the front. Honda really need to pull the finger out and sort their bike out for next year. But I'd love to know your thoughts, especially on when do you think Marc should come back? Do you think Marc should come back for the test and then take some time again, or do you think he should come back as soon as possible and keep riding out to the end of the season? Definitely love to know your thoughts. Leave them in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video. I just want to take a minute to also thank you for watching my videos and the support that you've shown so far. If you haven't subscribed already and you would like to subscribe, it would mean an awful lot to me if you did. I'm starting this channel realistically so that we can all enjoy MotoGP together, with the aim of streaming a live video when the GP races are on.